Welcome back to the channel. My name is Stephanie, the owner of Steph's Design Space. On my channel, it's all about junk journaling, crafting, creating, making beautiful things with paper. So if that's something you're gonna like or are interested in, make sure that you subscribe, like the video, ring the bell so you don't miss anything. And without further ado, let's get started with what is on today's agenda. Please pardon the ridiculous light that is coming through my blinds. My blinds broke, so I cannot close them all the way. And I am recording late, way later than I usually do. So I'm sorry that this little strip of light is aggravating. It's aggravating to me. Anyway, that's what we're working on. We are gonna make some faux, I say faux because they're not real, matchbook little notebook journal thingies, right? So these are gorgeous. Super easy to make, and we are going to make a few of these. So this is like the example. I haven't decorated it, and I generally don't decorate these things until I know what journal they're going in, right? So this one, oh good. Excuse me. Wow, that just came out of nowhere. Okay, so that's what we're gonna create. All right, I have some scraps here. Let's do some measurements. So I think these are the same. All right, so we have 6 inches tall by 3 inches wide. So 6 by 3. And this one is 3.5 by 5.5. They're just offcuts from other stuff that I've made. So we're gonna do that. These are double-sided. These are not. They don't have to be double-sided. That's not important. Okay. I will say that I picked basically non-directional paper. So yes. Okay. This is what we're going to do. We're going to take this and we're going to fold it up where the bottom part goes up to 1 inch. So basically there's going to be a 1/2 inch fold. Okay. I just found that that is the easiest way. Is that right? Yes. That is the easiest way for me to do it without pulling out a scoreboard. Oh, well, I guess it would help if I had it straight. Is to just fold it up and using my little mat. It's a little bit higher than that. It's not important. I just know that a lot of people like measurements, as do I. So if I can give measurements, then I want to, right? And then this is gonna fold to where it just, we're not gonna crease it yet. We just want it to barely go under the bottom, right? Because it's just gonna tuck. So we don't want it all the way, you don't want it to go all the way down here. It's just a hair. I don't know how to measure a hair. It's not even, it's probably like 1/8 of an inch. But that's where it's going, right about there. Okay, now once I fold it, we may have a measurement for this one, but sometimes it's just not. But that's what it's going to look like. Okay, so this is going to be that. Now let's go ahead and just fold the rest of these, and I'm honestly looking to see, okay, I like it like that. And then we're going to fold this up. Oops. And just try to make it straight. Now, you'll know it's straight when both sides are like even like that. And then we're just going to take this and you just measure by how much is under the flap. Again, I'm just going to kind of show you. Hopefully y'all can see that. You just barely want it to go, right? So about right there. And then I want to make sure that it is straight. and then the bone folder. All right, so we have those two, and I'm going to do one of each of these. So these are double-sided, these are not, and I'm going to show you how I remedy that if I want it, because when you open this, right, because you're going to open it, and you're going to see this part. So, now I could ink it up, I could stencil it, I could do all manner of things, but there is something that I do generally like to do is use old book pages or dictionary pages, because goodness knows I have a plethora. And let me do that before those are going to be too skinny. Let me go ahead and fold this one up. Yeah, I want it like that. Sometimes if you do have like designs or whatever, I mean, I do look and see what it's going to look like when it's folded down, like this part, you know. Okay, so those are folded because we're not going to see this at all. And let me get this dictionary page. So we have a ton of dictionary pages or book pages that, you know, we take out of books, etc., etc. So this is a good way to use those up. Plus, it's another way to make your paper double-sided. I am so challenged when it comes to this whole ruler thing sometimes. There, I just need to do it that way. And I don't care about the top of this one because I just want solid. And throw that away. All right, so I'm gonna get out my glue stick and, oh, okay. Now this is like a 2-for-1 video, so how to make double-sided pages, and I still haven't decided if I like this Yoo-hoo glue. Yoo-hoo, uh-oh. I'm so challenged, y'all. The verdict is still out on that. Now, I could have went all the way down, but I didn't see the point because you're not going to see that part. Anyway. All right, let me take this off and we're going to have to cut it, but I'll just use the ruler technique. I'm gonna have to cut that part, but that's okay. Just lining it up with the scrapbook paper. And then I will have to trim that because I'm not that talented. I wish I was, but alas, I am not. Okay. So now this is double-sided and I can go ahead and fold it. There we go. To, where is my, there it is. Okay. So when you open it, you know, I mean, there's going to be notebook paper in there or paper in there. So, all right, that is too skinny and this is the wrong way, so we'll just get another piece. Let's just do a book page. I've already gotten most of the white stuff, you know, the excess off. So we're just going to do a book page on this one because I have both up here because sometimes God, it just seems, I don't know if it's my weather or what, but look, it is just so messy. Oh. All right, I got to move that off of there because that is just a mess. Just a mess. And absolute mess. All right, squish this down. See, that is just ew. Ruler, there we go. I don't even know where my time is, because these are supposed to be 20 minutes or less, and I feel like I am just sucking up the time, but I'm not. I'm good. I need to not worry about that so much, because I feel like it makes me rush, and I'm trying. You know, I'm giving it my best. If I can make it in 20 minutes or less, great. If I go over a few minutes, you know, that's great too. Because the cool thing is we're just having fun, and I'm just showing y'all how to do some stuff, and that is that. Okay, so I'm gonna do, not that one, let's do these three, and if I have time, then I will do another one. All right, I'm gonna get my tiny attacher. If you don't have a tiny attacher, which is the tiny Tim Holtz stapler, you can use a regular stapler, okay? Oh, I didn't fold this one. Let's fold. Okay. So now what you're gonna do is the bottom part. You're gonna take your tiny attacher and you're just gonna put halfway, right? Because this is gonna tuck in, and you want the staple to go under that. So about halfway is where you're gonna put a staple on the left, that's your right, and then a staple on the left, okay? So 2 little staples, which will keep this closed enough. And there we have it. So let's go ahead and staple this one. The only difference between the tiny attacher and a regular stapler is the size of the staples. Okay, oh, and I'm going to show y'all, not on this one, that's a pain in the butt to open, but I did this on all my staples. Look, I colored them. I got that from Lorie Dean at Lorie Dean Plans. If you don't follow her, y'all are missing out. Go follow her at Lorie Dean Plans. I just took a magic marker and just colored my staples. So my staples are black instead of silver. Isn't that the coolest idea? She's so clever. Okay, so now these all fold. I'm just double checking to make sure I didn't goof up. And then I need to refold before. Okay, these are perfect. Now, the only thing we have to do is figure out what paper we want to go in here. Now, I do have this notepad. I got it from the Dollar Tree, okay? So, I may have to trim this up a little bit, but that's okay. Not a big deal. So that's my example. So I'm going to take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 of these is going to give me 10 pages. Now they are still have the glue thing, so I do have to kind of just tear them apart because you want them separated. But if you don't have like coffee dyed paper, or maybe you don't like coffee dyed, whatever, if you just want white paper to decorate later. So I'm just going to fold this in half, like so. And it is too long and too wide. So let me just figure this out. I'm just using this as a measurement. Okay, so I'm going to cut it right there. And let's cut it right here. Now I'm going to get this out because I've tried cutting with scissors, and yeah, we all know. Sometimes it's okay, sometimes it's not. And this is kind of thick, so we're just going to do it this way because that's what makes me feel better. Now you're cutting the open part. Don't cut, you want this fold there. So make sure that when you're cutting that the fold is not being cut. You want the fold. Now these are perfect for making sentiments, labels, etc., etc. Okay, so don't get rid of those. And now we have this. So all I'm going to do is, it's in there, it's in the groove, and I'm going to open it up, and this is where a regular stapler, because a tiny attacher won't reach. Okay, so this is where a regular stapler comes into play. I like the, you know, flat part on the outside and the curved, I'll show you, shoot. Anyway, again, we're just going like that and like that, and then it just folds. Now, did I get that a little wonky? Yes. Is that something that lace can cover? Absolutely it is. And then we just tuck that back under, get it in there like it's supposed to be, and then it may need a little burnishing again, right? Just because we've manipulated it, it has a staple, but voila. Now you have a great notebook that you can tuck into any pocket, anything that you make. And then it just opens up like this. You can write in it. You have to make that noise when you write though. I don't know why this is such a challenge for me sometimes. And again, you can decorate these, you can put lace, you can put ribbon, you can put labels, die cuts, whatever you want, or you can just leave it just like this. Okay, for these two, I do have some, that's a little too short. Where is, there we go. Coffee dyed paper. So I can put that. All right, so we have the coffee dyed paper. I'm wondering, so I can fold it like this. Fold it like that. Okay, I'm just going to cut that off. And yes, I'm going to be brave. We're going to use scissors. Okay, and put that right in there. I think I may need to trim it a hair more at the bottom. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's okay that it's not. You just want it above the flap. Okay, so as long as it's above the flap, and a hair off to the side. Again, there's no measuring, just make it work. Okay, so now, same concept. We're gonna stick it right here in the middle. I don't know exactly where the staple goes. Okay, I like that better. If it's gonna be not right on the thing, I'd rather it be behind it, because it makes the fold better. And there we have it. Now another little notebook. Okay, and last one, I think that's a bit too short. I'm gonna try something different on this one. I'm gonna be brave or stupid, one or the other. Okay, so it needs to get cut right about there. I'm just gonna try something different. And a hair, just I'm gonna take a hair off of this side because there's dots I can follow. Alright, so I'm gonna do like this and like that. Okay, so it's got the paper. Kind of. I didn't staple it quite close enough. There we go. So it's got the paper in there, and it's going to fold. And you can tell I didn't play with matches. Goodness. All right. And there we go. So these two, you just folded the paper. This one, I just stapled it right in there. Again, nothing that a piece of lace or fabric or whatever you want will cover it, if you even care. Like, I don't care. It's just going to go slide into something and be a notebook. So that is how you make some faux matchbook notebooks for your journals. All right, guys, you know what to do. Don't forget to like, subscribe, ring the bell so you don't miss anything. Daily videos the whole month of March. It is a March Madness. How much can you do in 20 minutes or less? Y'all have a blessed day. Bye.